Hi everyone, welcome to the second session of Acquiring Data of Accenture Masterclass. And we have Sheena and CV here from Accenture today. So let me just quickly walk through what we have done so far and where are we. So Saurav, if you could go to the fourth slide. So this is the part of the first cohort. We identified the target group, and it is you all guys who have been with us for some weeks and doing this course. We have identified the course. We have met sometimes. We've done self studies, and right now we are here with the help of our master class, which will reinforce what we have learned and ensure that all of us are prepared for the assessments and take certifications in these courses. So we can go to Sheena's slide. So just give some people who did not join. We have Sheena here, who is the master trainer with us, and she has herself taken the assessment. So we have also requested her to, walk us through what is that one should know before taking the assessment, because some of us have tried it and it's really difficult. So I will pass it on to Sheena so that she can just give everybody a walk through what was done in the last session, and then or maybe we can have someone talk about what was done in the last session, and then we can go on from here. Thank you. And Sheena, over to you. Thanks, Saurabh.
Thank you, Anjana. Hello, everyone. Very good evening to all of you. So, I'll begin with the recap of what we had done yesterday so that people who are new today or who had joined yesterday but have missed some part of it, maybe they'll get an idea of what is to be done. So, yesterday we looked at an overview of the course. Maybe today I'll take you to the platform, and you can see this is the FutureSkills platform where this course is hosted, and there are 4 modules that we need to go through. And once you have done all these 4 modules, you'll see a mock assessment, which will
Sheena,
give
we can't see your screen. Are you sharing?
Yes, sorry, I forgot to share. Sorry.
Yeah, and somebody saying your voice is breaking also.
Is my voice breaking?
Yeah, I thought it is only for me because my internet is bad.
And Anjana, that chart is not on to everyone. Yeah, we can see the screen, Sheena.
You can see the screen.
Now it's better also. Voice is also
better. Okay, okay. If it, my voice is again disturbed, please let me know. Maybe I'll try to slow down the fan. Maybe that's disturbing. Okay, so these are the 4 modules in this course, and within each module, we have some theory and some programming part. So once you go to each module, you will see some videos are there which explain to you the theory. And then there are some hands-on or some assignments which help you apply what you have learned in the theory to the application. Okay. Also, some people were facing some issues with the how to use the tool which was used for coding here. So we showed a quick demo of the 2 options that we have available with us. So is there any problem with the installation or with the usage of any of those tools for the people who were there yesterday? Were you able to smoothly run your notebooks? If there is anybody who can confirm, or if somebody who faced any issues can let me know. Anyway, I'll be repeating that demo once for everyone today, but if there is some specific problem, we can take care of that as well.
Right, guys. So from what all you remember last time in the very first session was covered by Sheena, all those things that were supposed that she gave the demo of downloading. Okay, if some of you have done that, and if you've anyways done that, and if you have had any issues, now is the time. Today is the time for all of you to, get those questions answered. Okay, so let's keep it interactive, and you can keep pouring your questions in the chat box like you did last time as well. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Saurabh, CP, sorry, Saurabh, just enable chat. It's not happened yet.
Okay, so we'll start
I have
with we'll start with the demo now. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. So if you go to this third module, suppose say storing data. So here are some videos which talk about data frames. Then there are some hands-on. And if I open this one specifically, metadata and its significance, I open this. It will take a minute to load. Just a minute, I'll reshare my screen. You might be seeing a lot of elements on my screen. Just a minute. Okay, is my screen visible now?
Yes, Sheena.
Okay, so this hands-on, we will see that this hands-on mentions that what is needed for this notebook. So it says IDE to perform the exercise, which is Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so for those of you who do not have an idea of what Jupyter Notebook is, how can I use it, and how do I proceed with the exercise then? So for those of you, I'll just tell you how you can use Jupyter Notebooks. So one option is Google's Collaboratory. Okay, so you just type Google Colab in your browser. Okay, press enter. First link that you will see is collab.research.google.com. This is the link which will help you to use this collaboratory. So this collaboratory is provided by Google, and to use this, you will need a Google account and an internet connection. That's it. You won't need to install or download anything if you want to use Google Colab. So if you want, you can do it along with me. Just go to your browser, type Google Colab, and press enter. If you are not logged in to the browser with your Google account, it will ask you for your Google credentials. And once you provide your Google credentials, this should open up. So if you want, you can try it along with me. So once Google's Colab open, you will see something like this. You might not see any files here if you are coming here for the first time, but since I used it some time back, that's why one file is there. So once you are here, you have to go to new notebook. Okay. And here is your notebook. This is your notebook. This is where you can write your code and run the code, and you can do the hands-on exercises which are given in the course. Okay, so you can change the name of your file from here, and these files are saved with this extension .ipynb. So this stands for IPython notebook, and you can write any Python code in this cell. Okay, so for example, I can write. So for those of you who have gone through some part of the course, you must be aware of what this command is. And for those of you who do not know what this is, so this is simply we are importing one of the Python libraries, which is known as pandas, into this notebook because
Sheena, there is some disturbance in voice. People are also saying.
Okay, give me a minute. Okay, I'll try to find some solution. Okay, I'll just be away from my desk for a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Smita, Anjana, would you want to answer the query wherein people are saying that they've completed the course and where can they find the certificate?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can see a question saying that we need to take the test by paying. Yes, you need to take the test by paying the money, and once you get 50% and above in the assessment, that's when you will get that 1,000 rupees back in your account of FutureSkills Prime from the government, which can be used for your further learnings on the platform. Because it was a free course. Had it been a paid course, you would have got the money of the 50% of reimbursement of the course also. That is some query that I saw on the chat just now, and I can put the link to the assessment. There is a mock assessment before that. Please take it and see where do you stand. And Sheena is also going to guide on, what is the assessment going to be like, because we did hear a lot of people saying it was difficult, and so we would like you to be there at least above 50% so that you're able to pass.
Yeah, Anjana, there's a question on course certificate. Once you complete all the things, how do you get the course certificate? I think we'll have to find that out, and there is some issue. So if you've completed and you're not got the course certificate, just email it to Anjana and or Saurabh. Saurabh, can you put your email ID and consolidate on that?
Sure.
Okay. Yes.
Hey, is my voice better now?
Yes,
Right
Sheena.
now, yes.
Thankfully. Okay, so we were talking about how we can write code in this notebook. I hope it's not breaking anymore, Smita.
No, it's not.
No.
Oh,
Good.
thankfully. So I think the fan was very fast. That's why it was creating some disturbance. All right. So you can write any Python code that you want in this cell. And once you have written the code, to run the code, you have to simply click on this play button. Okay. So this shows that your cell is running. All right. And it will take a few seconds. So it has finished running. You can see a green tick here. Okay. Now, because this is a notebook, now what's the difference between other IDEs and notebooks is that in notebooks, you can also have text along with your code. So this text, if you have gone through some of the videos in the course, you must have seen some demo videos or some other notebooks which have some explanation written or some instructions written along with that code. So if you go to this plus text, it will help you add a text cell. And here, you can write anything that you want to write about the code or to give instructions about how the code is running or what should be the next step. So for example, I want to write explanation for the code that I have written above. So I can write this imports pandas library. And then I can use shift plus enter from my keyboard to run the cell. So you see the difference between a code cell and a text cell. Okay, that's why it's called a notebook. Okay. And now again, I have to write another line of code, suppose. So I can simply when you shift enter.
Sheena, I think it's a network issue. Sorry to interrupt your breaking. Yeah, I think it's a network issue.
Maybe just switch off the camera, Sheena.
Okay.
Let's see if this
Give
works.
me a minute. Yeah, I'll try to switch my network also. Okay, just a minute.
In the meantime, learners, there is link in the chat, okay, that has been posted for all of yours reference, okay, while we come back. Go ahead and, explore the link, okay, click on it and you will be able to land at the page of the course. You just go through that if you would want to, and, there are other details also, right? Smita and Anjana?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I hope things are better now.
Looks
No?
We can hear you well now, so continue till it is good.
Right.
Okay. So the so if we want to write more code, when you are here in the text cell and you press shift enter, it will actually give you a new cell automatically to write your code. And here you can write your next line of code. So for example, in most of the hands-on that we have, we are required to download a data set. We are given a Kaggle link or some other repository link from where we have to download a data set and then work with that data set further. So you go to that link, it will help you, it will show you a page from where you can download the data set. And if I want to use that data set in this notebook, I'll show you what to do. So here, this is a file icon. You go here, okay. This is the upload button, file upload button. You go here, and then wherever you have saved your data, which you downloaded from the link that was given in the hands-on, you go to that place. So I have my data here. And just let me search for it. Yeah, here is the folder in which I have my data. And I select this data set, I open it. So it has started to upload here, okay? This will actually bring your data set into this IDE. And once you see your data here, then we can actually proceed to use that data in our code, okay? And manipulate that data using the code, okay? Python code. So it might take a minute or so for the data to load. Till then, maybe we can start writing the next line of code. So, so how many of you know what data frames are? Like, are some of you aware of what data frames are in Python?
You can unmute and speak, learners.
Yes, if
Yeah,
somebody
just give
would
them,
like
yeah,
to.
give them a couple of seconds, Sheena, to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a data structure.
Varun, would you like to talk? You can unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've raised your hand. Are you there?
Sorry guys, that's just a mistake.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
All right. So yes, somebody has rightly pointed out that data frames are data structures. So what this file has is actually a data set. Okay, and this
Sheena problem again.
Okay, I just try one last thing. Okay, just hold on for a minute. Okay, just 1 minute.
While Sheena is away, I think a lot of the people have taken NASSCOM mock assessment and they thought that perhaps this is what they will get. You will, so it just says you have participated and it won't give you any particular rating. However, NASSCOM assessment, which is a logged thing, that is what you have to take. That is what you will get. That is what will fetch you a co-branded certificate of NASSCOM and Accenture. And it will have something like a gold, silver, bronze kind of thing according to your percentage of marks. And it will be a certificate that will be valuable also. So you have to obviously pay for it and you will get that in the form of reimbursement or a subsidy, which will come as a form of 1,000 rupees back in your kitty to spend on anything else you want to do on the platform. And we are also felicitating this batch people, whoever completes this assessment on 17th. So yeah, quickly do it, please.
Okay, I have changed my place of sitting. I'm sitting more close to my router. I hope this makes a difference. I don't know whether switching to mobile data would be better or worse. I don't know.
This is better, Sheena. Now let's go with this for some time.
No
Okay,
problem.
okay.
Please continue. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So I was saying that we had downloaded this file in our local system from one of the links that you will find in the hands-on. And we have uploaded it here using the files icon and the upload button, right? We are here. So what this file contains is comma separated values. So you see this extension CSV. So CSV essentially stands for comma separated values. Okay, and to read this data file into our code, we need to create a data frame. So
It's Sheena problem.
Maybe the problem is with earbuds.
She's taking that off also. What do we do? We will also switch off our video so that you don't have to.
I don't understand what's like, why is this happening?
Anjana and Muthu just switch off video.
Yeah, it's
Just to.
Can someone else take the host, right? I say it shouldn't affect, but I'll just give it to you, Smita, for a moment.
It shouldn't matter. Because
now I'll just stop.
Sheena, let's try.
Okay. Okay. So let's try it once more. So what I'm trying to do is that this file that I have uploaded here, I'm trying to create a data frame out of it. Okay, so I write df, which is a variable name, and then I use a function from the pandas library to read this CSV file and create a data frame out of it. Okay, so the function to do it is pd.read_CSV, and this function is being used at multiple places throughout the course. So you must have seen, for those of you who have done some part of the course, you must be aware. For those of you who have not seen this function, what it is doing is it is reading the CSV file and creating a data frame out of it. This df is the data frame. Okay, so I need to give this function the path to my CSV. So I copy path and I place it here. Okay, so what it is doing, it is taking the CSV file which is at this given path and creating a data frame out
There's
of
a
it.
request, Sheena, there's a request if you could zoom probably some 120% or something.
Okay, okay.
Good, good.
All right. So I hope I'm clear that where this path is coming from and what is this function doing. So we are trying to create a data frame out of it. After I'm finished writing the code, I'll press Shift Enter. So this is run. It shows a green tick here. Now let me see what is there in df. So for doing that, I'll just do df.head. So .head function actually shows you the first 5 rows of your data set. Okay, so for those of you who do not know what a data frame is, this is what a data frame is. This is what it looks like. Okay. So where is all this data coming from? So this data is about vaccination of people in a given country. So for Afghanistan, how many people got vaccinated and all those things are given in this data set. So these are the different columns that are there on the top. For example, country is one column, ISO code is another column, date is another column, like that. And these are the rows of our data frame. So data frame is essentially like a table which has rows and columns. Okay. So this is what the data frame looks like. And why we are creating this data frame is because pandas helps us to perform different operations on the data frame. So for example, if we just had this data set and we didn't convert it into a data frame, we would not be able to manipulate the data set so easily. Okay, so what are the different things I can do with my data frame? df is the data frame. I can apply different functions to it, like .info is one function which will give me a lot of information about my data set. So see, df.info results into this. So it tells us what it is. So it is the pandas data frame. Okay, then what is the number of rows? So we have 86,512 rows in this data set. You are not seeing all the rows because dot head only shows you the first 5 rows of your data set. Okay, so but there are actually 86,512 rows, and there are a total of 15 columns. And then you can also see what are the different columns. So we have different columns which are named like this. And then there are also some null values in this data frame. So wherever you see this NaN, it is actually a null value. NaN stands for not a number. Okay, so wherever NaN is there, that's a null value, and null values come into your data set when you do not have right information. So you don't put any value there, it's a missing value essentially, or a null value. Okay, so it is also showing you how many non-null values are there in each column. Okay, not null. And then it is also showing you the data type of different columns. So for example, country is of type object. Data type is object. Similarly, people vaccinated is of data type float 64, and so on. Okay, also it tells you the summary of data types. So it says that there are 9 columns in this data frame which are of float 64 data type, and then there are 6 columns which are of object data type. It also shows you what is the memory usage of your data frame. Okay, so these are the first few steps that will help you get started. And once you know how to read your data into a data frame, then I think it's like very simple to follow the instructions that are given in the hands-on and complete your hands-on wherever it's given. So Ashish has written, so the data set that is imported to Python is basically called the data frame. Right, it is essentially the data set which has been imported to Python. And why we do it is because it helps me to manipulate my data easily, or find information about my data very easily. Because Pandas library is a library which is specifically designed to work with data frames. So once I have converted my data to a data frame, now it's very easy for me to apply different functions to my data frame, like we did here. So like that, there are so many functions about which you will learn in the course. Okay, welcome. Next, yes, so this is one option. Google's Colab is one option which you can use to run your code. If you do not have an internet connection at all times, or if your internet connection is not stable, like mine is not stable today, so for that you also have an option of an downloadable software. So that is known as Anaconda Distribution. So you just go to your browser and type Anaconda Distribution. So this link will open up www.anaconda.com. You go there and it opens up this page, and here you can see the download button. So from here you can download this Anaconda Distribution, and then you run the file, install it on your local system. And once it is installed, you won't need any internet connection to run your notebooks. So if you want, you can download it right now, run it right now, and we go together from here. And most of the notebooks demo videos that you will see in the acquiring data course have been created using Anaconda Distribution. We have not used Google's Colab, rather we have used Anaconda Distribution. That is, we have run those files locally. Okay, so you can download it right away, and then you need to install it. And I'll give you 1 minute for doing that, and then we'll proceed further what to do after we have installed.
Right, guys. So, like Sheena said, quickly download it, okay, and let us know. Let us know in the chat that you have downloaded. Once we receive a couple of used messages on the chat that you have downloaded, we'll move. We'll move to the next demo, further steps of the demo.
Yes, and if it is taking a very long time for you to download, then you can, start downloading and then come back to the session and you can see what to do next, and then you can proceed later also if it is taking a very long time for you.
Okay, so Ashish says he already has it. Aditya
Okay,
also says he already has it. Rachit says he already has it. Good, good,
great. It's great.
good.
So once you
Yeah,
have,
somebody download it. Okay, download it now. Great. We have Pramod who just downloaded it. Great. I think we can resume.
all right. So once you have downloaded and installed this, you go to this search button in your system, and from, okay, this might not be visible. I need to, okay. So you go to the search button in your system. Is that dialog box visible? CB search one.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, Sheena.
Okay. And when you go here, you say, you type Anaconda prompt. Anaconda prompt. Go to the search button and type Anaconda prompt, and you should be able to see this. Okay. You double click and this terminal will open. Okay, this terminal will open up for you. Now, once you are here, you need to write one command, Jupyter notebook. Simple. We're trying to open a Jupyter notebook. Okay, so just write Jupyter notebook and press enter. And Jupyter is JUPY. Okay, so what happens is that these notebooks are able to handle not just Python but other languages also. So JU stands for Julia, which is a language, and then PY is for Python, and we have another language known as R. So all three languages it can handle, and that's why it's named like this, Jupyter notebook. All right, so you write Jupyter notebook, press enter. And don't have to do anything next. Automatically it will open this page for you. All right, it will happen as you press enter. Within a few seconds you will see this page. Okay, next we go to this new button here, new. Okay, this new button you can see here. Go to new, click on Python 3. See, you will be able to see this notebook, and for those of you who have seen the demo videos, this should look familiar because this is the IDE that we have used for creating our videos, and this is what Jupyter notebook looks like. You can rename the file from here to anything you want. Okay, like I can write demo file. Okay, and then it's same as Google's Colab notebook that we just saw. So here again, you can start coding in the same way. This is a code cell. So just write import pandas as PD, press shift enter. A cell is run. Okay, if you want to add a text cell, so this was a code cell. Okay, if you want to add a text cell, you can go here and select markdown. Code markdown. Okay, so markdown means text cell. So you write this, you can write this imports pandas library, and again press shift enter from your keyboard. So this becomes text and you get a new cell to write your code in. Okay, now again, if we try to do the same thing that we were doing in Google's Colab, so let's see how we can actually use a data set and create a data frame in this Jupyter notebook. So what did we do in Google's Colab was that we first uploaded our data to Google's Colab. You remember there was a file button. We used that to upload the data set first because we were using it in browser. But here, this is localhost. Although it opens in a browser, but it is running locally on your machine. So here you don't need to upload your data set anywhere. You just write df is equal to pd dot read underscore csv, and here you give the path to that file. So wherever you have kept your file, for example, I have my file in downloads, I suppose. Yes. So this is my file. Okay, so I right click, I go to show more options. Just a minute. I right click. I do this copy as
Sheena,
path.
some people are saying, can you zoom your window? Because I think the font size is very small.
Okay, okay. Hey, is it better?
I think it should be.
Okay, I hope it's better.
Yes.
So okay, I was saying, how do we upload our data set to our code file? So this is my data set. I right click, I do copy as path. Okay, and then I go back to my window where I was working, and I simply paste that path here. Okay, so there's an extra set of codes that's coming. You have to enclose your path within single quotes, okay, or double quotes, either actually. Okay, so this is how it looks. Okay, pd.read_csv, and then we have given the path of our file. Okay, and we press shift enter. Now, some of you might see this error, Unicode error. Okay, if it is showing you Unicode error, you put a small r right before your path. Okay, just put a small r, press it again, shift enter. See, now the error is gone, cell is finished running. What this r is doing, why that error came was because when we are using these slashes, it is actually confusing it for escape sequences. Okay, if you do not know about this, it's okay. In short, you can say that it is not able to read this path because there are so many slashes present here. So to make it understand that this is the complete path that it has to read, we put a small r here. Okay, so if you face this error, remember, just put a small r. Some of you may face it, some of you may not face it. It depends. Okay. Now, once we have created the data frame df, also remember this df is a variable name. Okay, it doesn't have to be df all the time. It can be something else also. Okay, but conventionally we write df for data frame, but it doesn't have to be so in all the cases. Now to see what my data frame looks like, we'll use dot head, which will show us the first 5 rows of our data frame. So see, this is what is returned. So this is the data frame. Okay, these are the various columns. So this is how it will work. Now you can apply various functions to the data frame that you have created. You can manipulate it further. So those instructions you will find as you do the hands-on, but let's just work with one function. For example, I say df.describe. So see, describe will give you this summary stats about your data. So what all it is giving me? It is giving me the count. Okay, what is the count? Then what is the mean? Standard deviation, what is the minimum value, and then there are different quartiles. So I won't go into the details because some of you may not understand it. It's okay. So if needed, you can use this function, and whenever you use this function, I mean, there would be sufficient context available to you as to what all these things mean. Okay, but I was just showing you a demo of how we can do this. Now I think these two demos are done. Now maybe we can take some queries. Okay. All right. Where's Sheikh? If you are facing any problem, I will repeat it from that step onwards. You can let me know, or maybe I'll just show you how to do it once more. No problem. Can we access live data? Live data in Jupyter Notebook, I'm not sure if we can do it. What does PD do while importing the library? Right. So when we say import pandas as PD, we are actually giving pandas a short name. Okay. So for example, you see PD replaces pandas over here, right? We are not saying pandas.read_CSV, although read_CSV is a function from pandas, but we are just saying PD. And wherever we need to use any of the pandas functions, we will just write PD. So PD is actually a short name that is used for pandas. So instead of writing whole entire word, we can just write PD. That makes the code look cleaner.
There are a couple of more questions, Sheena, that
Yes. I'm looking at them. Can we only use .csv file here or any other extension file? See, we can use other extensions also. So whatever, there are, certain other extensions that you can read using this function. So for example, here we have .csv. You have to remove this .csv and replace with whatever format you are trying to read. Okay. For example, you can do this if you're trying to read Excel file, or you can do JSON if you're trying to read a JSON file, like that. Okay. It doesn't have to be CSV in all the cases. What I can show you is you just write pd.read_, press enter. Yes, so you see this is pandas documentation page. Okay, this opens up and it will show you some more options. For example, you see pd.read_pickle is one option, read table is one option. Then there are other formats also, fwf, clipboard, Excel, JSON, HTML. We have so many of them. You can actually go there and see what all you can do. And I'm sure if you have some background in Python, you're not very new, you will find a lot of things to learn from the doc page. Can we use pandas for data mining? Data mining, as in what case? Data mining is one algorithm, and if you want to work with data frames when you are doing data mining, sure, you can use pandas. Can you explain NDIM, like why it gives 2 generally? So NDIM gives you the dimensions of your data frame. Oh, sorry, data structure. Okay. So what happens is, like, data frame, you can see it is a 2-dimensional data structure, right? 2-dimensional, like it has rows and columns. Just like you can understand, we have 1-dimensional matrices, which are row matrices and column matrices. Okay. So similar to single like 1-dimensional matrices, what we have in Python is called series. Okay, 1-dimensional, if it is 1-dimensional data, it is called series. If it is 2-dimensional data, it is called a data frame. So because data frame is 2-dimensional, that is why NDIM will always return 2 if you apply it on a data frame. Actually, we alias the pandas as PD, right? That's right. Okay. Any more questions? We'll take any more questions if there are. And I also encourage you to go through the course. You will get to learn a lot about data frames and pandas in the course, and no matter like of what you are working on and what work you are doing, data frames will come in very handy whenever you are working with data, not just for this course but as a general use case. So learning data frames is something that is very important. And I think if we go to our course, let me just. So if I remember correctly, the first 2 modules won't need you to do any coding. So, these 2 at least you should complete very quick. Okay, I think module 3 onwards, you will have some coding. So this is as I remember it. So I think, there should be no problem, and coding is also like pretty simple, and we have included a lot of demo videos and other instructions to help you navigate easily. Okay, what other functions can we use on our data frame other than dot head info describe? See, there are so many other functions that you can use. I mean, we can't even list them out. So what I'll suggest is that you go through the course, and you know, you'll get to see a lot of functions in the course itself. And other than that, you know, the course is even not exhaustive. There are a lot of other things that you can do with data frames, but the course will help you learn some of these. Okay, self-learning course, Smita has shared the link. Should I register Anaconda 3 as my default Python 3.9 while installing? So while installing, you just go with whatever default settings are there. Don't change anything, okay? And you should be fine. And if you are, you know, downloading and installing Anaconda, you won't have to download Python. I mean, it comes as a package along with Anaconda. Okay, so if you are from non-mathematics background, it's like, okay, you don't have to be a math expert for doing this course. So Ashish, I would encourage you to, you know, go through the course, and I'm sure you would not face any difficulties, even if you're from non-math background. I mean, this course is very, very general, very easy to follow. And further transitioning into data science field, so, you know, maybe this course can help as the first step towards your data science journey, because, you know, it starts with the very fundamentals of data. Completion status is not updating. Okay, so see, do you have any specific video for which this is happening? Idris, is there a specific video for that for which this status is not updating? See,
No problem, Sheena. So I think they will, Smita or Anjana is telling them to drop a note to Saurabh. Saurabh has already shared his email ID. Okay,
mhm.
so let them,
Yeah,
send
they can
across
also
their,
drop a mail to
yeah,
me. I'm dropping
yeah,
mine also.
right,
Uh,
right.
maybe
So
there
guys,
is,
if you have any such queries, email IDs are being shared by Anjana and Saurabh here. You can drop your emails to them, and then we'll collate all of them, and then we shall look into them.
Yes, and what we can suggest from our side is that you go through the entire video, you click on all the links that are there in the video, and maybe you will see a completion status. Maybe that can be a problem. You're not clicking on
yeah,
all the
from my
links.
Yes,
personal experience also,
Yeah.
on the
right,
top of the video, it says complete the video, despite you know, already
right.
watched. So maybe if you're not clicked on it, it could be the issue.
Right,
Yes,
right,
yes,
right. Just make
all
sure,
the
guys, that
links.
you do the course at its pace like it is. Okay, do not fast forward any of the videos. Okay, if there are any URLs inside any of the videos, do make sure that you access them, that you click them and they open them and you view them. Okay, you go through the content which is given in that URL. Okay, basically, do not leave anything unattended, because everything that is there in the course has been set as part of a learning journey for all of you. Okay, so you are expected to follow it as it is there, the screens, the URLs, the videos, the MCQs, the hands-on. Okay, please do not leave anything unattended. Make sure that you click on them and make sure that you go through the content, and then you move on to the next activity. And yes, once you have done that, you do a complete video mark and then you move on. Okay, if you still face any issues like you are mentioning right now, you have the email IDs now, so you can drop your emails, drop your notes to these email IDs, and we shall look into it.
So, Ashish, I think people from different diverse backgrounds are coming into this field. Maybe uh, Smita or Anjana can also give you
Yeah,
some input.
Sheena, I'll take that. Ashish, See, data analytics is a very vast field and there are different types of competencies that are required. Now, you could be a pure data person who doesn't understand the domain, but you know extensively to manipulate data and find patterns, etc. You could also be somebody who can appreciate data, but with certain other skills, you will be able to add value to a data analytics project, right? So it is something like you have to connect this to what you already know. So do one thing, drop an email to Saurabh or Ranjana, and we'll see what your specific background is, and then we can suggest you what next you could do, right? Some of the people actually, because Python is a very easy language compared to the other object-oriented languages, etc. So there are people who have picked up Python and then moved forward in a data-heavy type of job. Whereas you can also be the one who's telling the data analysts what to look for, right? So you're creating insights, and then the data analyst may be able to validate some of the hypothesis that you come out with. So there are different ways in which you can get into this field. We can also do a specific session on how to take forward these things in your career. We will do that once at least some amount of people have completed course as well as certifications. Yeah, you, okay, so complete. Okay, so this one, Prajakta, I think you should just drop a note to us, the ID change, we'll see how to do that. And also tell us which organization you're part of. We can try and see if we can whitelist the URL with your organization. Okay, please share previous classes videos. I think we've been sharing, but we've been sharing it to people who have joined the sessions. Right, so Saurabh, if you can send the previous session video to everybody who joined today, that will be good because they can also refer the previous one. Okay, Aftab, Anjana, this question is to you. In the WhatsApp group, there was a question to provide screenshot with activities on FutureSkills Prime. I'm not able to figure out why we would have asked. We would have asked if you are, let's say you have done the mock assessment and you're not able to process the, you're not able to complete the, unlock the assessment or anything like that. Not able to log in, which means?
Yeah, so then that's a separate thing we'll need to address altogether. This is for people who are able to, who are already enrolled in the course in some modules and are for learning. When it comes to not able to log in, Saurabh will help you in a separate call.
Saurabh, just put that to our platform issue call link also here.
Yeah, he isn't here. I'll put it.
Oh.
I'll put his ID and he will guide you for not able to log in. Abhishek and Ovas.
Yeah. Then I've put his ID. Okay, still not able to see any groups of my organization in group section. Soumya, please drop a note to us.
Yeah. Anything which is not about this course, please drop a mail to note Saurabh's email address and drop a note, and you can come to a common call that is normally done to, do on Prime Discovery, because this is about serious learning and we are here already on module 3 and talking about assessments. So we would encourage those kind of questions.
So platform issues, you drop a note. We actually have a recurring platform issue call that's going on. So we will invite you to one of them so that you can get your queries clarified. You drop a email, Nagaraj, that's better. If you're part of our WhatsApp group, anybody who's not part of the WhatsApp group,
let me put the group link also. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, I think. Okay, Satyavan is raising hand.
Satyavan, do you want to ask something? Satyavan Mishra?
Yeah, you can unmute and ask, Satyavan. I have.
He doesn't have any questions with her. I think it was by mistake.
Okay.
Prashant, the chat has been, invite has been given. You can just take that for WhatsApp.
Oh, for the WhatsApp group, I raised hand. Yeah, so the group is there now. Yeah.
And I think we just have 2 minutes. If somebody wants to ask any last minute questions to Sheena.
Yeah, so if you could actually go through the entire course by the next class, we can use that class for talking about, I mean, like
Assessments.
flagship and assessment.
Yeah. Next is on 14th. So you have long time to complete things.
Yes, and for people who think they are not from, science or technology or mathematics background, see, when you create more advanced things, just like I told, Pandas is one library which helps you work with data frames. So there are other libraries for doing very advanced things, and you just need to know how to write the code, and it's like very simple, believe me. And without even knowing all those details which go into the background of creating those libraries and using those functions, you can actually create models and make them run on the data. So it's like very, very simple. You should just take that first step to get started.
Okay, we will share the previous class videos to everybody who's there in this session today. Okay, so thank you so much, all of you. Thank you, Sheena, CB.
Yeah,
And
thank
do
you.
join
Thank
us
you.
and
No
complete
problem.
the course. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, dear learners, and all the very best. Let the learning continue. Okay. And please make sure that you go through the content, go through the course, and keep learning. All the very best once again. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
we
Thank you,
meet
everybody.
on 14th. Guys, please come prepared on 14th.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
Thanks everyone for joining. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.